website. You can book reservations anywhere and everywhere. Like literally everywhere is open. Unless the place is shut down because they like closed down because of the pandemic for good, restaurants are open. You are allowed to eat outdoors. I guess now you're allowed to eat indoors if you got your proof of vaccine. But I mean, you can find reservations everywhere and anywhere, man.
Honestly, I find like most food places and stuff like that just through Instagram.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
What I do is I'll go on Uber Eats and just look at pictures. And if I see a place that has like real good food that I love and they have great pictures and a great menu, then I'll just find out where that restaurant is and just physically go to the restaurant.
True.
Very nice suggestion.
Yeah. I did this last week with my husband. So a lot of, I guess, grocery stores offer also packaged in a box with all the ingredients and stuff that you can get. And I found it super romantic that we made a meal together. Like we helped each other in the kitchen making a meal together. That might be super safe.
What's so different about that than every regular night?
Every other night I do myself.
Oh, so that's not a meal service. That's just about you guys deciding to do something together.
We went to the grocery store. They had like a spaghetti kind of thing that you could do together.
I understand the common sense.
Make a meal together and you're doing something together.
I think that what the point you're missing though is that he wants to go out just because you and Matthew don't do things together.
No, but I thought it could be romantic to cook together.
No, he's got two children at home.
Children at home.
For a night out. They need to get out of the house.
Send your children away.
Yes,
Where?
to the mothers.
To them, like everybody just has a mother lying around.
Yeah.
And also, I think your protocol that we just had to follow with pre-COVID, even like a Montessori style, like we tell them, okay, I'm going to pick you up. No, I don't want to. And then obviously the mothers are like, well, I'm going to pick you up anyways because I'm your grandmother. You know what I mean? To take advantage of that.
Yeah, dude, I can't get into any of that stuff. Okay, here's go on Uber Eats. It'll tell you what restaurants there are in your neighborhood, and just look at pictures, man. And you know, instead of ordering in, just go out. That's what I found a great. There was a great taco place that we went to. We sat on the patio outside a couple of weeks ago, and that's exactly how we found it. It was just Instagram.
Right. Why did you choose tacos? Because maybe it's supposed to anywhere.
No, because I love tacos, man.
Is it the restaurant that you had dinner at like 4 p.m.?
Yeah, we went at 4 p.m., but they're open later than that. You don't have to worry. You can just talk about it. Don't bring that up, right? Like, I'm trying to embarrass you for. Yeah, Jose, I would say, Jose, your options for, I'm assuming you want tacos, or some sort of like Brazilian barbecue,
You can also recommend a great churro place.
Yeah, I can recommend a great churro place. No problem. I went to this. I'll send me an email. I'll give you all the places where I know they don't have a chupacabra. Just try and keep your family safe. You know what I mean?
Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. See you later.
Celebrate things with Roz and Mocha.
On Kiss 92.5.
In the trees on either side of me. There's like giant moose tracks in the ground, and then eventually my battery died. Oh no! So I end up like hiking back. I'd say it was about 5 hours back to the Trans-Canada Highway in the dark. It's starting to rain. There's animals everywhere.
Ross and Mocha's hell of a story.
So he dropped me off at a Jimmy's. I look a hot mess. I kind of hobble in and I'm like crying. The guy used your phone and then they straight up just said no.
No! Are you serious? Ross and Mocha's hell of a story. Catch the whole thing this morning at 7:30.
On Kiss 92.5.
Who are you? Max, professional dream coach. Where am I? Inside your dream helicopter. And since Friday's Monomax jackpot is an estimated $20 million, you're in command.
Well, then we must be heading to my seaside home.
Then what?
Then getting onto my powerboat to go snorkeling in my private cove. That was one wild ride.
Friday's Monomax jackpot is an estimated $20 million. Why dream to the min when you can dream to the max?
Greg. Who's Greg, you ask? Who isn't Greg is a better question. He's an eloquent man of letters who's read more books in the last month than you have in the past 2 years. He's cultured, capable of ordering chicken parm in 4 different languages, and he's a real DIYer. He built a table. It's small, but it's definitely a table. How does he find the time? He takes GO Transit. Find your GO time.
To the skies on Kiss 92.5.
In this short interlude, we're going to talk about the time Demi Lovato went hunting for UFOs after a bad breakup.
Yeah, searching for aliens. In October of 2020, shortly after breaking up with American Princess star Max Ehrlich, Debbie went to Joshua Tree National Park. Their mission? To search for UFOs.
To the skies on Kiss 92.5.
Brought to you in partnership with War of the Worlds. Season 2 on CBC October 6th at 8 p.m.
I'm here to shine a light on a little known fact. Your local YMCA isn't just a great gym with a nice pool. It's a charity. While it offers job training, childcare, support for newcomers, camps, seniors programs, and emergency shelter. And those are just a few shining examples of how the Y brightens the lives of people in our communities. With over 450 locations across the GTA, the YMCA has programs and services for everyone. Learn more at shineonymca.ca. Gain every advantage you can with big savings this small business month from Rogers for Business. Lean into every new direction your business takes with 5G technology and personalized advice from a Rogers small business specialist. Whether work happens from home, the office, or everywhere in between, you've got a business to run. Connect your small business to Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. Visit rogers.com/smallbizmonth for limited time offers. Rogers for Business. The advantage is yours.
Tim Hortons Roll Up to Win is back, and you may be one roll away from a fresh coffee, a Hilton getaway, or an all-new 2022 Volkswagen Taos. Scan the Tim's app on select products and win every time. No purchase necessary. Rules apply. Visit the app for more details.
Did you know that you can get Prometrium at no additional cost versus the generic? With the Organon Select card, you can ask your pharmacist for brand name Prometrium. For more details and to get your Organon Select card today, visit prometrium.ca. Prometrium, brought to you by Organon.
On October 18th, 680 News and City News come together to offer more ways to get what you need to know whenever and wherever you need it. Learn more now at 680news.com.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Presented by Apple Music.
The ultimate music streaming experience.
Over 75 million songs.
Always ad-free.
Kiss 92.5.
Britt. It's Razamoka.
Welcome to Razamoka's Hell of a Story.
Thank you.
When did this story happen?
This happened last summer.
Okay, so where does your story begin?
I was going through a bit of what I call a hashtag COVID crisis, and I took a solo road trip to Lake Superior Provincial Park.
Which is how far from where you live?
About 10 hours.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So I drove up there, and it's this little town called Wawa that the park's in. I did some backcountry camping in the park, and then I decided I wanted to drive from Wawa to the town of Chapleau because Chapleau has the largest big game reserve in the world. And I really love bears and moose.
So you are alone in the middle of nowhere, and you decide to drive to the largest big game reserve in the world because you love bear and moose.
For what purpose? Just to go and hoping to see something, or
just to see them?
Okay.
Yeah, you're like Catherine, my girlfriend, where she would go to just try and make friends with the bear.
So before I leave town, I noticed that my gas is a little low.
Oh God!
And I'm like, I just have to take the Trans-Canada Highway. It's about 2 hours between Wawa and Chapleau. And I'm like, of course, there'll be tons of gas stations along the way. Oh, I should also mention at this point, my cell phone has been out of service pretty much the whole trip.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh God.
And then eventually I happen upon this supposed town, and it's actually just an abandoned mine and a couple abandoned houses, and there's nothing else.
Oh my God. And your phone has zero service and you're running out of gas.
Yeah. So I'm driving, and this road just eventually turns into a gravel path, and then it turns into nothing. And then there's this sign that literally just says, "Welcome to the Chapleau Big Game Reserve." And I'm like, oh my God, I found it.
Score.
So I do a little 72-point turn, and I'm starting to inch back the way I came because the road just ended.
Yeah.
And then the car just quits on me.
I'm on the website right now for the big game reserve that you were at Chapleau. Their tips for being with the wildlife. Tip number 1 is be patient and stay quiet. So what did you do after this?
I was like, all right, you know what? We got to get out of here, pack a bag. So I pack a bag. Literally all that's in this bag is an axe and a box of cookies.
Yo, survivors gotta survive.
Yes, you do.
You know? Also my headphones, because I was listening to your guys' podcast the whole trip.
Oh my God. No, that's so risky. First of all, thank you for listening. But second of all, that's risky when you don't have any service on your phone whatsoever. You gotta preserve that battery life.
So I was walking, and a bear runs out and crosses the path in front of me. And I was like, oh my, well, at first I was like, oh my God, awesome, I found my bear.
No.
Yeah.
There are just sounds of animals everywhere. There's rustling in the trees on either side of me. There's giant moose tracks in the ground. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I just started walking and singing / sobbing. Trying to make as much noise as possible so I'm not get attacked by a bear. Again, while listening to you guys, and then eventually my battery died.
Oh no! Britt, what the hell?
Okay, so how do you stay alive then? How do you get out of this?
Okay, so I end up hiking back. I think it was about 5 hours back to the Trans-Canada Highway in the dark. It's starting to rain. There's animals everywhere. Eventually, I see a transport truck in the distance. The guy pulls over, and I'm like, hi, my phone is set. Can I borrow your phone? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he pulls out his phone, and he's like, actually, it's out of service. And so then he just shuts the door. It tries to like drive off.
Oh my god, they didn't even offer to help you?
No. I was like, where are you going? He was like, oh, well, I'm going like back to Wawa. And I'm like, works for me. Can I come? And then he was like, yeah, I guess. So he drops me off at a Timmy's. I look a hot mess. I kind of hobble in and I'm like crying that, can I use your phone? And then they straight up just said no.
No! Are you serious? The Tim Hortons and Wawa said no?
Yeah,
so
they were like,
mean.
because of COVID.
Bears! Oh my god!
Okay.
And then the kindest girl there was like, are you okay? And I just started like sobbing. And then she like called 911. It was like, someone here got in a car accident, because all she could hear from me just like sobbing was like car. So they called a tow truck. The tow truck driver's like, oh, that's going to be thousands of dollars. That's in the middle of nowhere. Get that car.
Find your car.
So we're driving. It's pitch black. It's pouring rain. It's just like out of a nightmare. And then all of a sudden, a moose comes running out of the woods and hits the bed of the tow truck.
Wow!
You decided to go out into the wilderness to reconnect with nature, maybe make friends with a bear and a moose. You were so unprepared for this adventure, and what it resulted in was you hitting a moose with a tow truck?
Yeah. Eventually, they did get me back to my car, and I continued like driving on to Chaplow, and I saw, I think, 7 moose on the way. And I was like, well, I guess I reached my goal. I saw
Mission
moose.
accomplished. There you go. They all heard what you did to that other moose.
Oh my god, I know they were coming out in droves.
Well, damn, well, Brett, that is a hell of a story, girl.
Thank you, Brett.
Bye.
It's Roz and Mocha
Toronto's #1 hit music morning show.
on Kiss 92.5.
party's gonna happen non-stop, so clear your schedule for an hour plus. Straight out good time. And now wait, 8 o'clock. Sure. Hey, welcome. You ready? Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Delivered by Pizza Pizza. Try the new creamy garlic chicken sandwich or plant-based chicken sandwich.
Did you see that Eminem was actually serving people at his mom's spaghetti restaurant?
I saw that.
At the window, at the takeout window? Is there more?
He didn't look happy.
That's Eminem. That's his persona.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the news footage, but people had lined up down the block, around the block, and I think they said that the first two people in line, this couple, had been waiting there since 8:30 in the morning for them to open.
Yeah.
And then Eminem showed up like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
He only served 10 people.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy though? But he was at the window handing people food.
Of course.
And again, as far as the menu goes for Eminem's restaurant, Mom's Spaghetti, it's on the menu is Mom's Spaghetti, which is and it comes in like a takeout container, like one of the Chinese restaurant looking ones.
Yeah,
I love it. So it's $9, and then Mom's Spaghetti with meatballs, $12, and then a spaghetti sandwich is spaghetti on white bread.
So no other things like no salad or anything.
No, I think that's it. I think it's only salad. Yeah. You don't make friends with salad. 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 We all love that. But yeah, that was kind of cool to see. Also, Eminem part of that massive Super Bowl halftime show that was announced. Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Mary J, Snoop, and Dr. Dre will take the stage when the Super Bowl turns to Southern California on February 13th, 2022.
Thing. Like such an incredible lineup because every single one of those artists have songs with each other. Yeah, like the playlist.
Yes, you're right.
They're gonna have to put together for this show
In 12 minutes.
in 12. Like, how are you gonna narrow everything down? On top of that, each one of those artists have classic records with other artists. Right? So how are you gonna choose which special guest you're gonna bring out onto that Super Bowl stage?
It's gonna show up. God, she's been killing forever.
What does she have a song with?
Mary J.
Come on, what's a little Kim Mary J?
I Can't Love You.
Oh, a little more looking on the internet right now.
Yeah, they're not gonna
I
perform
only
that.
know this because Matthew sings that song because he's trying to learn the breakdown part in it every day.
Oh, no, they're not gonna. No, that's not a big enough hit.
For the record, it's called I Can Love You.
Oh yeah, I'm just used to saying can't.
It's like Matthew, you can't sing.
Yeah, this is what Maury finds out that Matthews walks around the house singing a song called I Can't Love You.
That's running it. Pay attention, Maury.
Man, bad news for Dancing with the Stars fans and Cody Rigsby. So Cheryl Burke, we know, on Monday tested positive for COVID-19, and what they wound up doing was her partner Cody Rigsby from Hamilton had to also go into lockdown quarantine because they had been rehearsing together on the Monday show. They wound up showing rehearsal footage of the two of them when they were sort of judged on that, which was a little weird thing. But now Cody Rigsby went on social yesterday and had this to say to his fans.
Hi friends, it's me, and I have some news that I'm going to be sharing with you, but here it is. I have tested positive for COVID again, the second time this year. Right now, I believe my own symptoms, congestion, a little bit of headache, cough, but in comparison to when I had COVID earlier this year, it is night and day. So that must be the vaccine. My antibodies working, so we're super grateful for that. As far as my theme on Dancing with the Stars, we are still trying to figure that out right now, so please be patient with that answer. And I know what you're thinking, Cody looks so good for having COVID. That's because I took a shower and did my hair, because ain't no way you're plastering this video all over the internet and I'm going to look a busted mess. That being said, I'm going to go eat all the yummy food that I can right now as I still have my taste buds. I will chat with you soon. Bye, booze.
And what's that, Maury?
Can announce anything till Monday night during the show.
Yeah, they should be gone though. You can't. If you can't compete, you're off the show. That should just be the rule with anybody. If you tear a hamstring or you get COVID, like that's just where it should be. The Many Saints of Newark drops today.
Oh, yes!
Which is the prequel movie.
Yes! Oh, so excited for this. Is it going to be on streaming?
Yeah, it's on. It's an HBO show. It's HBO. Is it?
It's released by Warner Brothers, but I think